The fight in the Philippines is more than it seems. In a town called Marawi, it's more than just a few hundred fighters from groups called Abu Sayyaf and Mote versus the Philippine army.
We have seen that more fighters are coming by land and through the lake to fight in Marawi.
It's purely ISIS with different brands.
And it's about more than a president fighting terror.
Somebody who was democratically elected yet also has the characteristics of a despot.
Terror is no stranger to the Philippine Islands. Decades of kidnapping for ransom schemes have plagued the South. Basilan Island was a refuge for the group Abu Sayyaf, which under military siege then moved operations to the larger, mainly Muslim island of Mindanao. The Moro separatist movement has been active for decades here. And recently, more than a dozen different factions have pledged allegiance to Daesh. This recruiting video posted last year by Daesh tells anyone who can't reach Syria to come to Southeast Asia and the Philippines. 3 hostages are killed at the end of it, but not before the usual threats to non-Muslims.
Our brothers in the path of Allah will soon rise in your own land. They will fight to establish the word of Allah.
The battle in Marawi kicked off on May 23rd when security forces raided a house to arrest Isnilon Hapilon, said to be the leader in Southeast Asia of Daesh, also on the U.S. government's list of most wanted terrorists. Hapilon appeared in videos swearing allegiance to Daesh and planning operations. In destroying a church in Marawi, Daesh-affiliated fighters videotaped their rampage for a reason. Clearly to inflame the mainly Christian population in the Philippines. A priest was also taken hostage. The fight in the Philippines is about Daesh expanding into Southeast Asia, and some believe preparing to declare a caliphate in Mindanao.
In Libya, in Yemen, the Caucasus, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia. And now IS is planning to declare another province or a vilayat in the Philippines. To declare a province of IS, there must be 4 criteria. One is there must be awareness, there must be unification of groups. Next is they should select one leader, and now they are in the consolidation phase. The next phase is Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi will say, okay, Philippines is now a province of the caliphate. So it's in the final phase.
Philippine President Duterte is nicknamed the Punisher for good reason.
If there is an open defiance, you will die. And if it means many people dying, so be it.
In declaring martial law across Mindanao, Duterte has been accused of applying too much force and using the conflict to boost his power. Most of Marawi's population of 200,000 has been displaced. Along with a couple of hundred dead and many more injured, the structural damage to the town from bombing runs is substantial. There is nothing surgical about the battle, and there's disagreement in assessing the military muscle Duterte is deploying.
Well, I think you can also spread the fire by, hitting it with the wrong tools. So, I would call it a beehive that he's hitting with a sledgehammer. If you do approach it with military force, then you approach it with a more subtle approach. You're not dive bombing a city and having all 200,000 residents move out. That's overkill, in my opinion.
He had to use air power, he has to use various other land warfare capabilities where there was collateral damage, there was significant destruction of buildings, and also many people were killed in this battle. But that is the nature of this type of war. Because IS created the human shield.